Last Saturday, I did something I never thought I could do. I did a presentation on real-time Linux. In German. Hello people, it's back with me Jen, Organic, and welcome to this episode of LifeSnip. So I had classes last Saturday, and for one of my subjects I had to make a presentation on real-time Linux. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently taking a part-time master's in Elektrotechnik or in electrical engineering, and the topic isn't really the problem. The problem was I had to present in German because I'm taking the German course, and my German is But because the presentation was online, I get to prepare an entire script that I kind of just read all through the presentation. I made the script myself with the help of online translation tools. Normally presentations really come to me. I don't really need like scripts, right? German! And so I knew I just had to prepare more. I first made the script in English, and then I translated it to German, and then I did some practice runs to make sure that the timing is right. It was 10 minutes long, 10 entire minutes of me speaking German, formal, proper German. It was Saturday morning, and it was the first class. I was just, aufgeregt. And my topic was last on the list for the day, but I kind of just asked to go first because I'm like, mein Herz schlägt schnell. And then came the time for me to present. Oh, I actually recorded it.
Hallo zusammen, ich bin Genesia und heute möchte ich ein bisschen über Realtime Linux und die 3 Hauptsysteme vorstellen.
If you think I'm really good at German, I'm... The first 2 minutes were fine. I was just struggling to level my voice and stay calm.
Da die Nachfrage nach Echtzeitsystemen stieg.
And then the 3rd minute came, the 4th minute, the 5th minute, and I just felt like I wanted to stop. I felt so, I don't know, maybe ashamed. I felt super conscious about my accent, and I just saw the webcams of people, and I don't know if they're not listening or if I'm just not speaking German properly and no one understands me. And this is so freaking scary. But in my head, I'm just like, just get to the end. It's just a presentation. It's just a presentation. Just get to the end. You're just reading a script. Just go on, just go on, just go on. So today's LifeSnip is actually about putting your brain on autopilot. Sometimes when we're doing things that we're scared to do or too lazy to do, or it seems so difficult and so fruitless to do, but you gotta do it anyway. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to just simply put your brain on autopilot. Simply do it without really thinking much about it. The first key is seeing the problem at hand as a small thing. The presentation was a big thing for me. I was so scared, but I knew at the end of the day it was just a presentation. It was just reading. Who cares if people understand me or not? By minusculing? By smaller-ing? By making the problem at hand seem small, you're tricking your brain into thinking that it actually is a small problem or a non-problem. Another example is from a hobby of mine, which is running. Sometimes I have good runs where I feel like I can run so fast, breathing's going good, I'm relaxed. And some other runs are just really bad, where I feel like even in the first kilometer I could barely breathe, my body's not cooperating, so tired after the workday. Especially in those moments, I just chant in my head, bisa, 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 or I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. When I did my very first 10K, I just put one foot in front of the other. Whatever I do, just don't stop. Take minuscule steps if you have to. You don't stop until you get to the parking lot. And I just kept going. I didn't see my progress because I knew if I looked at how far I went, I'm probably gonna stop because I thought I couldn't go more than 7K. That's my limit. So how to put your brain on autopilot number 2? Tell yourself to keep going and don't look at your progress. It's kind of paradoxical, but sometimes it's pretty necessary. It's also a thing when you're climbing somewhere really high and you're afraid of heights, just don't look down, Keep going one rung at a time. And the third example, YouTube. I love video editing. I love talking to the camera. I love sharing my experiences. But when my subscriber count is climbing up ever so slowly, or the views are just not, then I see my friends who have YouTube channels and they already have over 1K. It's not easy to go on, even if I really enjoy doing this. times like that, you need key number 3, which is thinking about the big goal and knowing that it's worth it. Because if I don't believe it's worth it, what's the point of me staying consistent about it? But because I know I'm gonna be really happy at the end. And like the presentation, when I just finish reading the script, I will be so proud of myself that I actually succeeded in giving a whole presentation in German. If you believe the end goal is worth it, then that just gives you a reason to go through the process. So those are the 3 key things to autopilot yourself to success. In reality, really, it's just the 3 things you need to stay consistent. So whatever it is you're doing, I hope you guys can stay consistent, keep up the spirits, and maybe it's time you give Autopilot a go. That's the LifeSnip of today, and I'll see you in the next video.
Seit Linux hat Anwendungsfälle in verschiedenen Bereichen und weitere Entwicklungen wird in der Zukunft erwartet. Danke für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit und habt ihr noch Fragen?